Why we're all born artists, the hidden creativity in everyone. In today's video, we'll be exploring a fascinating topic titled, Why We're All Born Artists, the Hidden Creativity in Everyone. Prepare to discover how creativity lives within all of us, even if we've forgotten how to see it. Welcome to Nazrina Creatives, the space where your imagination breathes, and your inner artist finds freedom. Whether you're a creator, a dreamer, or someone just searching for inspiration, you're in the right place. Today, we're asking a powerful question. What if you've always been an artist, you just forgot? Let's find out together. Think back to when you were a child. You didn't need permission to create. You danced without music, drew without judgment, told wild stories that made no sense, and you loved every second of it. That was pure creativity. But then, something changed. You were told to be practical, to color inside the lines, to grow up. And so, we did. We traded wonder for routine, imagination for instructions, art for productivity. But here's something incredible. Creativity never left you. It's still there, waiting quietly. Modern neuroscience shows that your brain is naturally creative. Whether you're solving problems, telling jokes, styling your outfit, or planning a trip, you're using the same tools artists use. You're more creative than you think. Art is not confined to museums. It lives in the kitchen, in a sketchpad, in a song, in the way you arrange your desk or decorate your home. A chef is an artist. So is a gardener. So is a child with crayons. And so are you. You don't need to sell your art. You don't even need to show it. You just need to let it exist. Write that messy poem. Sing that strange melody. Doodle on napkins. Scribble your dreams in a journal. Make something that feels like you. Because creativity is not about being perfect. It's about being authentic. Across centuries and continents, humans have always made art. From cave walls to catwalks, from lullabies to symphonies. Art is how we speak without words. So if you're human, you're already an artist. You don't need permission. You don't need talent. You just need courage. To start. To explore. To remember. Because the world doesn't just need more professionals. It needs more people who remember how to dream. And your creativity? It's the spark the world's been waiting for. Thank you for watching Nazrina Creatives. If this message stirred something in you, tap that like button. Share your own creative journey in the comments. And subscribe for more videos that help you rediscover your creative soul. Remember, you don't just appreciate art. You are art. You are an artist. Thanks for watching Nazrina Creatives.
The story of Nazrina Creatives. Welcome to Nazrina Creatives, where imagination becomes reality. This channel was born from a simple dream, to take ideas, no matter how small, and transform them into something beautiful and inspiring. Every great creation begins with imagination, and here at Nazrina Creatives, we believe that creativity is a gift meant to be shared.
The little sprout began to grow. Day by day, it reached upward, stretching toward the sun. The young woman tended to it like a mother with her child. She gave it water, protection, and care. She pulled out the weeds around it so they wouldn't steal its strength. And slowly, that little sprout grew taller, stronger, and greener. Seasons passed. The winds came. The rains poured. Storms tested the young plant, bending it almost to the ground. But each time, the young woman was there. She tied it gently to a wooden stick to keep it standing. She shielded it from animals that tried to eat its leaves. She believed in it, even when the storm made it look fragile and broken. Because she knew, growth requires struggle. Without the storm, the roots wouldn't grow deep. Without the wind, the stem wouldn't grow strong. Without the test, the tree would never stand tall. And so, the seed became a plant. The plant became a tree. And the tree, one day, burst into bloom, covered with flowers that filled the air with fragrance. Not long after, fruits began to appear. Sweet, ripe, and nourishing. Children played in its shade. Birds built nests in its branches. Travelers rested beneath its shelter. What once looked like nothing had now become a source of life for many. The young woman stood beneath her tree, smiling. She remembered the days when it was just a seed in her hand. She remembered the long months of waiting when nothing seemed to happen. She remembered the doubts, the storms, the struggles. And now, here it was. Strong, alive, beautiful. Her dream had come true, not because it was easy, but because she refused to stop believing. And so, my dear friend, the story of the seed is the story of every dream you carry within you. Thank you for your time.
The story of a seed and a dream. Welcome back to Nasrina Creatives, dear listener. Today, I want to share with you a story. A story simple in words, but powerful in meaning. It is called The Story of a Seed and a Dream. Once upon a time, in a small quiet village, there lived a young woman who carried something in her hand. It wasn't gold, it wasn't silver, it wasn't a sparkling jewel. No, it was just a small, ordinary seed. To most people, it was nothing. Just a tiny thing, so small it could slip between the cracks of your fingers. But to her, it meant everything. Because that seed was more than just a seed, it was a dream. A vision. A possibility waiting to unfold. She looked at it and whispered, "One day, you will grow." But dreams, like seeds, don't grow overnight. Every day, she would walk to a patch of earth where the soil was dry, and the sun shone gently. She bent down, placed the seed in the ground, and covered it carefully with her hands. That was her first act of faith. Planting something that could not yet be seen. From that day forward, she made a promise to herself. She would water it daily with her effort. She would guard it with her patience. She would protect it with her faith, even when others mocked her. The villagers often laughed at her. "Why waste your time on something so small?" they asked. "Seeds don't always grow. Dreams don't always come true." But she smiled quietly and kept tending to her little patch of earth. You see, she understood something powerful. That everything big always starts small. That the mightiest tree was once a fragile seed. And that dreams, just like seeds, must first grow roots in the dark, hidden away, before they can rise into the light. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. Still, nothing. No green shoots. No signs of life. The ground looked the same as before. Barren. Empty. Silent. But she refused to give up. Every morning, she came back with her bucket of water. She poured it carefully, whispered words of hope, and walked away. Her friends stopped believing. The villagers stopped watching. But she kept going. Because sometimes, when nothing is visible on the surface, the greatest work is happening underneath. Roots were spreading deep into the soil, unseen, but essential. And then, one quiet morning, she noticed something different. A tiny green sprout. Fragile. Soft. Barely pushing through the soil. It wasn't much. But to her, it was everything. It was proof that her patience, her effort, and her faith were not in vain. The little sprout began to grow. Day by day, it reached upward, stretching toward the sun. The young woman tended to it like a mother with her child. She gave it water, protection, and care. She pulled out the weeds around it so they wouldn't steal its strength. And slowly, that little sprout grew taller, stronger, and greener. Seasons passed. The winds came. The rains poured. Storms tested the young plant, bending it almost to the ground. But each time, the young woman was there. She tied it gently to a wooden stick to keep it standing. She shielded it from animals that tried to eat its leaves. She believed in it, even when the storm made it look fragile and broken. Because she knew, growth requires struggle. Without the storm, the roots wouldn't grow deep. Without the wind, the stem wouldn't grow strong. Without the test, the tree would never stand tall. And so, the seed became a plant. The plant became a tree. And the tree, one day, burst into bloom, covered with flowers that filled the air with fragrance. Not long after, fruits began to appear. Sweet, ripe, and nourishing. Children played in its shade. Birds built nests in its branches. Travelers rested beneath its shelter. What once looked like nothing, had now become a source of life for many. The young woman stood beneath her tree, smiling. She remembered the days when it was just a seed in her hand. She remembered the long months of waiting when nothing seemed to happen. She remembered the doubts, the storms, the struggles. And now, here it was. Strong, alive, beautiful. Her dream had come true. Not because it was easy, but because she refused to stop believing. And so, my dear friend, the story of the seed is the story of every dream you carry within you. Thank you for your time.
Welcome to Nazrina Creatives, where ideas come alive and dreams turn into thriving ventures. Today, we're diving into a truly transformative topic: how to turn your passion into a business. If you've ever found yourself thinking, I love this, but can I actually make a living from it? Let me assure you, yes, you can, and by the end of this video, you'll have a clear roadmap to start turning what you love into something profitable and sustainable. Step 1. Identify the passion that sparks your soul. It's not just about what you like, it's about what truly excites you, the kind of activity that keeps you up at night thinking, researching, or creating. Ask yourself, would I still do this if no one paid me? Does this activity energize me rather than drain me? Can I see myself learning more about it every single day? The answers to these questions reveal the seed of your business. Remember, passion is contagious. When you love what you do, others will naturally be drawn to it. Step 2. Find the money path. Passion alone won't pay the bills. To build a business, you need to find the intersection of passion and profit. Start by asking, what problems does my passion solve? Who really needs this? How much are they willing to pay for it? Research your market, study competitors, and think about what makes your approach unique. For example, if you love baking, maybe your specialty isn't just cakes, it's creating gluten-free desserts for busy parents. That unique angle becomes your money path. Step 3. Create your roadmap. A dream without a plan is just a wish. Outline what you'll offer, how you'll sell it, and how you'll reach your audience. This doesn't need to be a 100-page business plan. Even a simple, actionable roadmap is enough. 1. Build your product or service. 2. Choose the best platform to sell it. 3. Decide how to market your offer. 4. Set goals for growth and improvement. Clarity is power. When you know your next steps, momentum follows naturally. Step 4. Build your presence. Your passion deserves to be seen and heard. Use social media, a simple website, or even word of mouth to share your story. People don't just buy products, they buy the story, energy, and passion behind them. Share your journey, celebrate small wins, and connect with your audience authentically. This builds trust, and trust builds loyal customers. Step 5. Test, improve, repeat. Your first version won't be perfect, and that's okay. Every successful business has gone through trial, error, and iteration. Listen to feedback, adjust your offerings, and never stop learning. Treat every challenge as a lesson and every small success as proof that you're moving in the right direction. The best businesses are built by people who are persistent, adaptable, and passionate. Turning your passion into a business isn't just possible, it's powerful. Start small, stay consistent, and let your love for what you do lead the way. This is Nazrina Creatives, inspiring you to dream, create, and succeed. Thanks for watching Nazrina Creatives.